With Jurassic World Dominion pushed back to 2022 and still no word on a Jurassic World Evolution sequel, Prehistoric Kingdom is our last hope for 2021 to make up for everything 2020 has put us through. Hello everyone and welcome to the video. Will you be getting the early access version when it comes out in Q2 of 2021? I know I definitely am, because I am hyped for this game and there are 10 reasons why you should be too. In case you were still looking for reasons, I'm pretty sure you're already quite hyped. Let me know in a comment what makes you the most excited for this game. Now, as soon as Prehistoric Kingdom comes out, I will be trying it out and showing it on the channel. If you're looking forward to that, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out. In the meantime, I'll be covering big news coming out about this new dinosaur park builder, and of course I'll still be making videos for our old dinosaur park builder, Jurassic World Evolution. If Jurassic World Evolution ever does come out with a sequel, I am expecting it to have a modular building system comparable to Planet Zoo. But Prehistoric Kingdom will forever be the dinosaur game that got there first, and it is also the first reason to get hyped for Prehistoric Kingdom. The modular system gives us a freedom in creativity that GUI has denied us. Now, a modular system alone isn't enough to make a game universally more loved. For example, I love Jurassic World Evolution a lot more than I do Planet Zoo, which I find to be too exhausting, and it's difficult to navigate all of the items available. As great as it is, it's very overwhelming to get into. Now, Prehistoric Kingdom is set to tackle it in a way that is a little bit more user-friendly. It has fewer items, which can easily be recolored for some more customization. I think it's going to be a lot less overwhelming while playing, which actually prevents you from getting bogged down from all of the options that you have. And I think that is exactly the middle ground that I would like in a game. And without getting into the psychology of things, but let's get into the psychology of things, it's actually been shown that having fewer options is better for our tiny little human brains. Especially my tiny little human brain. What will set Prehistoric Kingdom further apart from Jurassic World Evolution, or even further apart from a rumored sequel, are the accurate dinosaur designs, and that is reason number 2 to get hyped for this game. Personally, I really love the Jurassic Park look of dinosaurs. I know it's outdated and proven to be inaccurate, but it's what I grew up with, it's nostalgia, it has a certain cool factor to me that I just can't deny. But that love has been satisfied with the park builder we have currently. So it's great that Prehistoric Kingdom just goes the other route and goes for accurate models and of course feathers. What I'm particularly hyped about is seeing a true-to-life DILOPHOSAURUS. I love the frilled Nedry killer from the JP franchise, but the real DILOPHOSAURUS is something I truly just want to see. I want to see that dinosaur done justice, especially thinking back on how the bigger Dilophosaurus killed Nedry in the book. That was such a gruesome scene. I just want to see a big, bad Dilophosaurus. Third reason to get hyped, and this is one that a lot of people are most hyped about, is the inclusion of prehistoric mammals. We've seen the SMILODON, the woolly mammoth, and the woolly rhino featured quite a bit in the early announcement trailer, but there is a lot more coming. It's a recurring comment in my own comment section where people express that they would really have wanted to see prehistoric mammals in Jurassic World Evolution. And who knows, if a sequel happens, that might actually happen too. At least I consider it within the realm of possibility, because the movies have also added yet another creature that isn't a dinosaur. Although going off on a tangent, I do doubt that the Jurassic franchise will ever fully embrace that route, but I guess it doesn't really matter whether they do or don't, because we'll have Prehistoric Kingdom to add some impressive non-dinosaurs to our parks. Fourth, and another thing that was revealed by the early access trailer, Nigel Marven! Need I say more? Honestly, Nigel Marven, that's enough to get hyped, right? Nigel Marven!
What if we could bring back the wondrous creatures extinction left behind?
Oh my, come on! It blew my mind when I first watched the trailer. I was like, wait! I am still baffled that they got him to narrate, and it's not even really accurate to say got him to narrate, because that makes it sound like it took quite a bit of persuasion, but from what they said about it during a recent livestream, Nigel was very enthusiastic and willing to come on board. And not only did he narrate the trailer, the developers revealed that he will also be recording lines for the actual game itself. So while managing our parks, we'll get snippets of that iconic voice, which honestly, in my opinion, hits the nostalgia almost just as hard as Alan, Ellie, and Ian. Last thing to make this list that was also included in the trailer are the micro exhibits. In the case of the trailer, it was a micro exhibit for a micro raptor, or multiples actually. I think having these small exhibits will be a great addition to our parks, especially to fill in small and awkward places. I know I definitely have some in my Jurassic World Evolution parks, which I just fill up with path, because what else am I supposed to do? I don't know yet how much these exhibits can be customized, but I'm guessing at least the outside of the building will have several options available, and of course the modular system of building allows you to add to it however you like. The micro exhibits don't just open up the possibility for a lot of small dinosaur species, but other creatures as well. I don't know if the developer team has ever talked about it, and maybe you do, but have they ever mentioned adding prehistoric insects into the game? Because that would be pretty cool as well, and possible with these types of small exhibits. Possibly one of the reasons I'd name as my main reason to get excited for Prehistoric Kingdom is the lack of hitbox on nature items like trees and rocks. This hitbox is one of my main frustration points in Jurassic World Evolution, because to achieve a natural look of things have to grow and merge together. That's how nature works. Nature doesn't social distance. We should. Trees shouldn't. Or at least rocks shouldn't. Also, being able to overlap your rocks allows you to create an infinite number of rock formations, as opposed to having only a handful of pre-made ones. I think exciting dinosaur exhibit design is one of the main points of building a park. I really love making exhibits, but I guess I've kind of strayed over to elaborate path art because there's not that much to do in Jurassic World Evolution in terms of exhibit design. You have a handful of trees, a handful of rocks. So I'm really looking forward to being able to create the amazing environments that dinosaurs deserve. From the look of it, it will work very similarly to Planet Zoo, and this is one aspect of Planet Zoo that I've always been down for. Same with terrain manipulation, which also seems to be heavily modeled after Planet Zoo. Not meaning to imply that they copied Planet Zoo, but you know, Planet Zoo has a system that works, and they're also using it for Prehistoric Kingdom. Also, waterfalls will be a thing. How exciting is that? Another thing that really hypes me up are the dinosaur skins they have been showcasing. Although I don't doubt that a lot of that can still be changed, overall you can definitely tell that they are going for more outspoken patterns and color variations, which instantly make the dinosaurs look so much more interesting. We don't want a herd of grey blobs. We want at least the option to have vibrant colors and contrasting patterns. What's also really exciting is that dinosaur species actually have multiple, vastly different skin types as opposed to Jurassic World Evolution, which mostly just swaps out the palette of a skin. Most species don't have multiple patterns, and it looks like in Prehistoric Kingdom that will exactly be the case. Most dinosaurs have multiple patterns to choose from. And again, of course, feathers. For example, they've shown the Tyrannosaurus with both a feathered skin and a scaly skin, and being able to choose is absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, Jurassic World Evolution was constrained by the Jurassic lore. Namely, we were stuck in a rainforest biome because the islands on which we can build are in Central America. While understandable and again rooted in the story, it was a bummer because it's limiting. Like, you get it, you can only get rainforest types of trees and you can't get snow. But there is a creative downside to that. Prehistoric Kingdom will not suffer the same fate, as it has already been announced that the game will feature 8 biomes. Again, you can probably compare this to how Planet Zoo works, where different maps offer a slightly different variation of ground textures based on the biome that they are set in. I wonder if foliage will also be assigned and unique to specific maps, although I don't expect that to be the case. Again, Prehistoric Kingdom, as it is not based on an existing and beloved IP, can take a lot of liberties, and that really opens up the possibilities. Of course, it also means that they don't have deep pockets to draw from, which is probably why the game has been in development for as long as it has. I think 5 years at this point, which, side tangent, the fact that it's been in development for 5 years and people almost exclusively still sing its praises goes to show how much love people have just for this concept alone. People's patience has not yet run out, and I think that really goes to show just how powerful the concept of this game is and what a success they potentially have on their hands. But to go back to the deep pockets or lack thereof, no, they don't have deep pockets, but that also means that there is nobody breathing down their necks, as in a company like Universal. Now, I'm not personally the type to villainize big corporations on the basis that they are big corporations. With great power comes great micromanagement. I get it. There are definitely some things with regard to Jurassic World Evolution that seem to be due to Universal's influence. Something as small as like the mixed eras not being in the game officially. That seems to have only one explanation, that Universal didn't want the aesthetics muddled together. That sounds like a really dumb reason, and if that is the reason, then it is a really dumb reason, but I can't think of anything else. I think little examples of that is really showing Universal's involvement in the project. In any case, none of that applies to Prehistoric Kingdom. Now, I haven't been watching the development for long, but it all really seems to be a passion project for these developers. And if passionate people are unconstrained, they can make some great things. I think Prehistoric Kingdom has the potential to be just that. A great thing. I have all the best words. Final reason I can think of to get hyped, and what I technically already spoiled in the intro, Prehistoric Kingdom Early Access releases in 2021, the year Jurassic World has abandoned. It's nice to have something to fill that dinosaur-sized gap in our lives. It's also just nice to have something to look forward to after this insane year. Now let's just keep our fingers crossed we actually make it to 2021. Seriously guys, stay safe and please keep to safety guidelines. I know things are going to hell in a handbasket over here, and that's not what we want. Just, we have to survive for future generations and for future dinosaur park building games. If any of these 10 reasons got you excited for Prehistoric Kingdom, leave a like on this video and leave a comment if there is another thing to get hyped about that I left out. I will be all over it and covering it on the channel, but also I will not be abandoning Jurassic World Evolution because, as I said, you know, the two have very different styles of dinosaurs, and for me that's enough to justify both of them existing in their own space. Just, you know, let them be. It's okay to compare them, but just let both of them be. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, just stay safe out there.